Hello friends, I am Chetona Ghosh. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you are all fine.
In this video, I am going to discuss the history of Elizabethan sonnets in our English literature. So, when were the sonnets invented? Technically speaking, the sonnet is thought to have been invented in Italy by a 13th century notary named Giacomo de Lentini, but the form was popularized by a 14th century humanist scholar named Francisco Petrarca, usually anglicized as Petrarch. We call him as Petrarch. The sonnet, the 14-line poetic form, is called sonnet, perfected by Petrarch in the 14th century in Italy, attracted the attention of the English poets of early Renaissance, chiefly because of its peculiar form and potential for expression. It was found particularly suitable by the Elizabethan poets for conveying passion of love. The sonnet was first introduced in the English literature by Sir Thomas Wyatt and Earl of Surrey. Sir Thomas Wyatt wrote 32 sonnets in the Petrarchan form. He followed the form of Petrarch, comprising an octave and a sestet. Now, you must know what is octave and what is sestet. The first 8 lines of the Petrarchan sonnet are called octave, and the rest of the lines, the 6 lines, the last 6 lines are called sestet. But it was Earl of Surrey who, in his 15 sonnets, first used the English form: 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. Each quatrain consists of 4 lines. So, the English sonnets followed 3 quatrains and 1 couplet, all rhyming alternatively. The sonnets of Wyatt and Surrey appeared posthumously in a collection of poems known as Total's Miscellany, which was published in 1557. It's a collection of poems written by various poets. Total's Miscellany. It was, however, Sir Philip Sidney's sonnet sequence. It is named Astrophil and Stella, which was published posthumously in 1591, accorded sonnet with its due popularity. The sonnet sequence contains 108 sonnets and 11 songs, and it tells the story of the poet's love for Penelope Devereux, who became wife to Lord Rich. Again, I am repeating this name. Penelope. These sonnets were addressed to Penelope Devereux, who became wife to Lord Rich. It was Sidney who introduced subjectivity into English lyrical poetry. It was Sydney's example of idealized love which made Edmund Spenser write his sonnet sequence Amoretti, which was published in 1594. It consists of 89 sonnets giving an account of his love with Elizabeth Boyle, who became his wife. So we may say he did not suffer from the trouble of love. He got his lady love, who was Elizabeth Boyle. In form, those sonnets follow the special rhyming scheme AB AB BC BC CD CD EE, and this linked rhyme scheme has since been called Spenserian rhyme scheme. While many of his contemporaries used sonnet as a means to express their troubled passion, Spenser's sonnets were chaste and serene. Among the Elizabethan sonnetteers, William Shakespeare's name will be written in golden letters in the history of English literature. He was undoubtedly the greatest sonneteer, greatest master, both of thought and emotion and of poetic style. He wrote 154 sonnets. These sonnets were published by Thomas Thorpe in 1609, and they were dedicated to the only begetter of these ensuing sonnets, Mr. W.H. There is much controversy regarding the identity of this Mr. W.H., but it is of little importance in the context of appreciating the literary value of his sonnets. It doesn't matter to whom it was addressed, but the style of his sonnets, the undercurrent emotion that matters. Critics have often desperately tried to find out various autobiographical elements in his sonnets, his passion for a woman, a certain dark lady, the reconciliation with his friend, perhaps the Earl of Southampton, the fear of a rival, and his confidence in his own powers. You know, Shakespearean sonnets, 154 sonnets, if we divide the sonnet sequence in two halves, the first sequence, that is from sonnet number 1 to sonnet number 126, was addressed to unknown fair youth, and from 1 to sonnet number 127 to 152 is addressed to dark lady. Okay, all right. The form used in Shakespearean sonnets was invented by the Earl of Surrey, though the rhyme scheme was Shakespeare's own. The 14 lines have been divided into 4 parts, 3 quatrains, and a concluding couplet, following the rhyme scheme A B A B C D C D E F E F G G. This is how the Elizabethan sonnetteers perfected this form of poetry. They not only adopted the themes used by the classical poets like Ovid, Horace, and others, they also added new themes and variety which showed the way to English poets down the ages. So in this video I have discussed the history and background of sonnet, the Elizabethan sonnet. Before reading any sonnet, if you watch this video, I think this video will give you
a crystal clear idea of the sonnet, about the history and the different forms of sonnet. So if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and please share this video with your friends. So thank you, goodbye.